Euphoria as noun. A feeling or state of intense happiness, excitement, or delight, often characterized by a sense of well-being and extreme positivity. An overwhelming sense of elation or joy, often experienced intensely and temporarily. The team's victory brought a wave of euphoria among the fans. She experienced a moment of euphoria when she received the job offer. The discovery of the treasure brought euphoria to the archaeologists. The announcement of the award filled her with euphoria and pride. After weeks of hard work, the completion of the project was met with euphoria. Panacea as noun. A solution or remedy that is believed to cure all problems or diseases. A universal cure for all ills or difficulties. The new drug was touted as a panacea for all types of cancer. Many people see education as the panacea for poverty and inequality. The company's latest product was marketed as a panacea for aging skin. The idea of universal basic income is often presented as a panacea for economic inequality. The coach believed that teamwork was the panacea for the team's struggles. Pedestrian as noun. A person traveling by foot rather than by car, bicycle, or other mode of transportation. A person who is walking, especially on a sidewalk or in a public place. The new bike lanes were designed to separate pedestrians from cyclists. The busy street was filled with pedestrians during rush hour. The pedestrian was hit by a car while crossing the street. The city installed new crosswalks to make it safer for pedestrians to cross the road. The driver failed to yield to the pedestrians in the crosswalk. Atavism as noun. The reappearance of a characteristic or trait in an organism that has been absent in recent ancestors. The reversion to an earlier type or characteristic, especially a genetic trait. The appearance of a genetic trait that was absent in the family for generations is called an atavism, a throwback to an earlier ancestry. The revival of an outdated fashion trend is sometimes called an atavism, a return to a style from the past. The aggression of a domesticated animal towards humans or other animals is sometimes attributed to an atavism, a re-emergence of their wild instincts. The love for hunting and gathering among some modern people can be seen as an atavism, a connection to our early human history. The presence of the tailbone in humans is considered an atavism, a remnant of our primate ancestors. Decorum as noun. Appropriate behavior or conduct in a particular setting or situation. The conventions of polite or socially acceptable behavior. The theater had a code of decorum that prohibited food and drinks inside the auditorium. The decorum of the ceremony required all attendees to dress in black. The party's decorum was disrupted by a group of rowdy guests. The office had strict decorum guidelines, including no loud conversations or cell phone usage. The athlete was reprimanded by the coach for violating the decorum of the team. Umbrage as noun. A feeling of anger caused by being offended or insulted. Offense or annoyance. The CEO took umbrage at the suggestion that he was not a good leader. The artist took umbrage at the critic's harsh review of his work. The politician took umbrage at the opposition's attack on her policies. The employee took umbrage at the boss's comments about his work performance. The customer took umbrage at the store's refusal to accept a return. Hobble as noun. A limp or awkward gait caused by injury or physical impairment. A strap or rope used to support or stabilize an injured leg or foot. The horse's hobble prevented it from running away. The old man walked with a hobble due to his bad knee. The prisoner had a hobble on his ankle to prevent escape. The injured athlete had a hobble in his step. The hobble in the dancer's routine was intentional. Insouciance is noun, a carefree and light-hearted attitude, lack of concern or worry. His insouciance towards his responsibilities led to his dismissal. She laughed with insouciance as she recounted the story. His insouciance in the face of danger was both admirable and foolish. The company's insouciance towards customer complaints was damaging to their reputation. Her insouciance about the future worried her parents.
Prognostication as noun, a prediction or forecast about the future, often made using knowledge, experience, or intuition, an estimation or judgment about what is likely to happen in the future, based on available information. The weather forecast was a gloomy prognostication of heavy snowfall and freezing temperatures. The astrologer's prognostication of a major shift in planetary alignments caused a stir among believers in astrology. The CEO's optimistic prognostication of the company's future growth helped to boost investor confidence. The doctor's grim prognostication of the patient's prognosis was difficult for the family to hear. The political analyst's prognostication of a narrow victory for the incumbent candidate turned out to be accurate.
Screed is noun, a long and tedious speech or piece of writing, especially one that is critical or abusive. A thin layer of concrete, mortar, or asphalt spread over a surface. The politician delivered a 30-minute screed on taxes. The book was criticized for its long screeds on philosophy. The professor's lectures were often screeds against modern technology. The blogger posted a screed about the decline of journalism. The email was a screed of complaints about the company's policies. Arriviste noun, a person who has recently acquired wealth, status, or success, especially one who is considered to be socially ambitious or newly arrived in a particular sphere. Someone who is perceived as an upstart or newcomer in a specific social or professional sphere. The ambitious arriviste sought connections with influential figures to advance his career. Her rise from obscurity to wealth marked her as an arriviste in the city's elite circles. The arriviste's lavish spending was an attempt to fit into the upper echelons of society. The literary protagonist was depicted as an arriviste, striving to enter high society. The social circle frowned upon the arriviste's attempts to infiltrate their exclusive club. Respite is noun, a break or interval of rest or relief from something difficult or unpleasant, a temporary cessation of hostilities or of a difficult situation. The rain offered a respite from the heat wave. The caregiver welcomed the respite provided by the volunteer organization. The vacation provided a much-needed respite from work. The ceasefire provided a brief respite from the conflict. The weekend offered a respite from the daily grind. Dearth is noun, a lack of something that is needed or desired, a scarcity or shortage of something, especially something essential or needed. The team struggled due to a dearth of experienced players. The drought caused a dearth of crops, leading to food shortages. The small town suffered from a dearth of job opportunities for its residents. The conference had a dearth of attendees, which was disappointing for the organizers. The bookshelves were empty, a clear sign of a dearth of readers.
Lampoon as noun, a satirical or humorous criticism or attack on a person, institution, or society, often in writing or speech. A work or piece of writing that uses satire or humor to criticize or attack. The satirical magazine included a lampoon of the president in its latest issue. The comedian's lampoon of the politicians had the audience laughing hysterically. The song was a lampoon of the latest fashion trends. The writer's lampoon of the celebrity was widely criticized for being mean-spirited. The lampoon of the company's CEO led to his resignation.
Polemic is noun. A written or spoken attack, especially on a religious or political doctrine or belief. An aggressive argument or criticism aimed at refuting or disproving a particular point of view or belief. The author's latest book sparked a polemic debate on the controversial topic. The politician's polemic speech riled up his supporters and opponents alike. The newspaper article was written in a polemic style that criticized the government's policies. The talk show host's polemic monologue attacked the opposing political party. The online forum became a platform for polemic arguments between members with different viewpoints. Stipend is noun. A regular or fixed payment made to a person, especially for work or services rendered. A sum of money paid as a salary or allowance, typically to a student or trainee. The fellowship offered a monthly stipend to cover living expenses. The research assistantship came with a stipend and tuition waiver. The intern received a small stipend for their work. The artist was paid a stipend to create a mural for the city. The scholarship included a generous stipend for research expenses. Desideratum as noun. A goal or objective that is considered necessary or desirable. Something that is desired or required. An essential need or requirement. The government's top desideratum was to reduce crime rates across the country. For many people, financial stability is a major desideratum in life. The company's desideratum was to create a product that would be both innovative and affordable. A high level of customer satisfaction is the desideratum of any successful business. In order to achieve his desideratum of becoming a doctor, the student had to work hard and study diligently.
Duplicity is noun. The act of being deceitful, untruthful, or two-faced. It refers to the act of being insincere and pretending to have beliefs, opinions, or feelings that one does not actually have. The politician's duplicity was exposed when he was caught lying to the public. The company was sued for duplicity in advertising their product as organic when it contained synthetic ingredients. She saw through his duplicity and realized he was only pretending to be her friend. The novel's plot was full of duplicity and deceit. The detective uncovered a web of duplicity in the company's financial records.
Recrimination as noun. A criticism or censure made in response to another. An accusation made in return for one received. After the argument, there were recriminations on both sides, with each person blaming the other. The failed project led to recriminations among the team members, with each person pointing fingers at the others. The divorce was messy, with accusations and recriminations flying back and forth. The political campaign was marred by recriminations and mudslinging, with each candidate attacking the other's character. The company's financial troubles led to recriminations among the management team, with each person trying to deflect blame. Acme as noun. It can also refer to the climax or the most critical point of something. The term is often used to indicate the highest level of achievement or excellence in a particular field or endeavor. The acme of his career was when he won the Nobel Prize for his groundbreaking research. The company's latest product represented the acme of their technological expertise, incorporating the latest advances in engineering and design. In the world of fashion, the acme of success is to have one's designs featured in a major runway show. The athlete's performance at the championship represented the acme of her skills and abilities, earning her both admiration and respect. For many people, the acme of happiness is to find a loving partner and build a fulfilling life together. Ready to boost your English? Meet our vocabulary app, the fun and effective way to master the language. Books learn advanced words with examples and audio. Direct hit master idioms, proverbs, and phrasal verbs. Video game enjoy quizzes, flashcards, and pronunciation tests. Glow showing Europe Africa translate into 100+ languages, all in one app. Did you learn new words? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share my channel. Download now and start your journey to vocabulary mastery.